And we're back, baby. Episode 2, Confidently Wrong. I'm your host, Chris Nugeth.
And I'm Pat Nugeth.
What's up, Pat?
What's up, Chris? How you doing?
I am doing okay.
I'm doing good.
That didn't sound stilted at all.
We didn't rehearse that 5 times in the dark room at all.
Restart and start over again.
Yeah.
If you don't get this right, we're fucking done.
Yeah, I go, I'm Pat Nugeth. You go, no. Again.
I say I'm Chris first, and then you say you're Pat. We got a good thing here. Good working environment.
But no, I'm feeling good. I've bounced back. The plague struck our household over Christmas time.
Christmas was rough.
It was really rough.
We got better. We saw Nosferatu. Which I gotta say,
pretty good.
Pretty fucking good, dude.
Pretty good movie.
I'm a big fan of that movie.
I like it. Yeah.
I bet it really hit home for you, didn't it?
Yes.
For those of you who haven't seen it, Nosferatu, it's about a girl with borderline personality disorder whose hot ex-boyfriend is coming from lands far away.
Yeah.
And now her new boyfriend has to make it work.
Well, it's a metaphor. It's that in the 1800s. Well, because she has fits, but the fits are just like, God, I can't stop thinking about my ex.
I just can't stop thinking about this demon.
Yeah. But it's like, because from the main character's perspective, he has this lovely wife. They have a great thing going, but she just can't get over this like just disgusting piece of shit ex-boyfriend that she has. He's ugly. He has a weird job. He has family money, but like you don't know why. His body looks horrible.
Lives in
somehow
the middle of nowhere.
He's got a hold over her.
I don't get it. And her eyes are rolling around, she's looking all crazy.
That's right.
Hitting it Lily Rose deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
My bitch be squirming like it's Lily Rose deep.
It really struck a chord with me where there's a scene where she's real sad and then he tries to cheer up. She goes, "No, don't touch me. I am not to be touched."
It is the perfect like post-election movie.
Yeah,
you know, because it's like all the ladies.
Why not?
All the ladies in the movie are like, "We're all gonna fucking die. It's all fucking over." And then we're like, "All right, it's bad, but can we please just?" And they're right. You know, maybe they're right. But
I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand. I don't know where you fall on that take now. They're overreacting, but there is a vampire traveling over the sea.
I'm not saying they're overreacting. I'm just saying we're all gonna die. Let's have some fun. You know, like Willem Dafoe. He's got the right attitude. It's like, let's fucking burn some shit down. Let's have some fun. We're gonna get wacky. It's it's not great.
Yeah, it's definitely an election movie. That's what I was thinking when I watched it.
I'm reaching here. I'm like, what is this about?
You're listening to Chapo Trap House.
This movie, it's about society, actually.
Good movie, though. Really good movie.
Yeah,
we went to Applebee's before, which was a hell of a move. Because we tried going to an earlier showing, completely sold out, and I just jokingly said, or we could just spend 3 hours at Applebee's eating appetizers, and then you end out, we're both like, we could do
not
that.
A bad idea. Let's get some fucking apps.
But I noticed that, you know how they did the Barbenheimer thing, like Barbie and Oppenheimer, and I think they tried that, like, they don't do that anymore. Like, I thought they'd try to do that 8 more times with other movies, and they just gave up on it immediately.
When was the last time 2 movies were up against each other?
I think
Tyson and Paul, you know?
Well, I mean, it's not really like they were up against each other. It's just like, oh, what about 2 movies that aren't alike at all? And we go see both of them. Where I think they tried to do that with like Inside Out 2 and Saw. It just did not work.
Really?
It was something like that. It was some other movie where they're like, let's do this combo and just
What was the name? Like, these saws are turning you inside out.
Inside Saw?
Inside saws.
Saw side out.
Put the saw inside of me. You know?
I think that was the weird one with like Chris Rock, where he was the detective.
Saw?
Well, it was like
Chris
Spirals,
Rock was
I think it was called. It was like the spin-off of Saw.
There's a spin-off?
Yeah.
How do you make a spin-off? There's like 9 movies. Like I said, I'm not.
Are you not a big Saw head?
I'm not a Saw head. I don't like the like torture movies. That's not something I enjoy.
No. There was one time I was just sick for a couple of days in college, and I was like, I guess I'll watch all the Saw movies.
Wait, were you like ill or were you just twisted?
I was
just
both,
you're feeling so. You're like, twisted.
I want what I see to match what I feel. I'm gonna watch every Saw movie.
It's a rainy day. I'm gonna watch people be murdered.
That's right.
Yeah,
they're
so
really
sick.
They're bad. They're not good movies.
Wasn't the first one like pretty good?
No.
Really?
I mean, I don't think so. I think I remember I heard that all it was 2 guys, you know, like in film school, they'll take just like shitty situations and be like, no, this is a challenge. Like as an artist, like I think they just couldn't afford anything other than one room. So they're like, what if artistically we made a movie that only had to be in one room? And then there was like, but we'll make it really violent and we'll make it really fucked up.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Now it spawned $1 billion franchise.
True. I don't know about $1 billion.
I think it made $1 billion.
I think they're kind of limping after the first 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of movies that don't need sequels and they just keep insisting on doing it. Yeah.
I'd like a Nosferatu sequel though.
Immediately.
I just want to hear that voice still. Yeah. I really just wanted to circle back to Nosferatu to
like
do the voice.
Don't you?
It's really fun.
Yeah. The subtle way you pull the strings to do the voice.
Like to watch the movie. I can't do. I was doing. Dude, we were practicing.
Great before.
We were practicing earlier.
We weren't practicing.
I was doing it earlier, and it sounded pretty good.
That's better. That was good.
I got the roll of the R's, and I am so very tired.
It is a very horny movie though.
Extremely horny.
Yeah, my girlfriend was gonna see it with her parents and then heard it was horny and then decided not to. And there's what that's the thing that confused me was it was good, but like I didn't not once do I look at a vampire and think sexy, you know?
They always do that.
They always do
like
that.
Even like I feel like they made Robert Pattinson look worse in Twilight.
Yeah.
And that he was like, everyone wanted to fuck him, and it's like he looks like he's on heroin.
Yeah,
like,
he really does.
Like he's a hot guy. Like he looked great in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then you make him look like he's just in a blues band for 10 years and just rotting on the sidewalk.
Yeah. He looks like he's asking you for change.
Yeah.
Like also is in a band.
Yeah. And he's one of those like hot guys that can get away with being homeless for 5 years.
Yeah.
They just bop from girl to girl.
Well, you remember that quote, like I guess pretty liberal on calling it news, but the news story where they like some woman interviewed him and he was just making like the weirdest food ever, like while she was talking to it. It was like,
wasn't he like prepping for Good Life or something?
There's no excuse for what he was. I forget what it was, but she just described it as like almost like a Lovecraftian meal, like something that just doesn't make
Lovecraftian meal.
That's not how she described it, but yeah, just like a meal that doesn't make sense.
I got a can of tuna from the Cosmos.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this in the microwave and it's gonna make you fucked up if you watch it.
Jesus Christ. No, I remember he like was talking about getting ready for Good Life, which is like it's the Safdie brothers movie.
You mean Good Time?
Good Time. Yeah, sorry, Good Time.
Check your ass, dude.
Fuck on the film episode. I'm fucking up the names. God, dude, but it's
turn in your degree.
Yeah, but it's a Safdie brothers movie. They're just running around in New York, and he's like method acting for it. Like it's like, what do you need to fucking get ready for here, man? Like just you're a stressed out guy in New York.
Yeah.
Like,
also, I saw the movie. I don't think he eats weird meals in that movie. He mostly I think he tries to fuck a 16-year-old in that movie.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I really got to put myself in the mind. Especially like, I got like a garden unit in New York, and I'm just living in like a dingy basement.
Yeah.
Like not cleaning it. It's like, yeah, I'm a guy who fucks teenagers.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to live in my own filth in a garden unit in New York.
It's got to be the weirdest life in the world being a hot actor like that. Oh, like imagine being Timothy Chalamet.
I would love to be Timothy Chalamet.
Really?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Heavy Lies the Crown, dude. That'd be stressful.
I mean, I don't want to be built like a weird little fucking ferret, but I would enjoy being.
That's Paul Atreides. So why don't you smarten
Paul
up?
Atreides, the rat. Yeah. Don't they call him the rat?
Do they in Dune?
Yeah.
No,
they don't call him. So. They don't call him Rat Fuck.
Oh, they call him like. Yeah, his like desert name is like something to do with like a mouse or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they don't call him the rat.
The rat.
We could do a little segment here looking at terrible sequels.
Troll 2.
Oh, Troll 2
good terrible sequel. Really and there's not a Troll 1, right?
There is a Troll 1. So what happened was there's like just an on its own merit bad low budget movie from the 90s called Troll, which is like this family. Coincidentally, the kid in the movie is named Harry Potter. Nothing to do with the books.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Was this made before the books?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know before the books were written, but definitely before the movies were made. But this family moves into this apartment building, and then the son slowly discovers that the apartment building is like filled with evil trolls that are going to try to eat the family. Then they make Troll 2, which is a different director, not a sequel, but it's this Italian guy who his whole scheme is he makes movies titled as if they're sequels of other movies that they have nothing to do with. So this one doesn't even have trolls, it has goblins in it. Yeah. It's like an Italian guy brings his whole Italian crew to like somewhere in the Midwest and basically just goes in this town and just goes like, we don't have any money, but who wants to be in a movie? So like the actors are like the local dentist and just random people in this town. And it's the biggest piece of shit in the world because like the whole crew's Italian, all the cast are English, none of them speak Italian. Yeah. So they just can't. It's like a movie where no one could talk to each other to decide what they're doing. And so it's like, yeah, they moved to this town called Nilbog. And then like the big twist is the kid being like, Nilbog is goblin backwards.
What?
Yeah, but the movie, have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, dude, I used to show everyone in my dorm Troll 2, like as much as I could.
Well, wasn't there a part where it's like, they're eating her, and then they're gonna eat me?
Yeah.
Oh no! And then like nothing happens, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh shit, he kind of looks like me. He looks like handsome.
He does kind of look like you.
So I do believe the actual quote is, "Oh my god."
Thanks. We're doing our best.
Oh my god, I'm gonna.
So... Sorry to interrupt that.
Yeah, I'm sure it was going somewhere great.
We've got the 56 worst sequels of all time. I don't know that we need to go through all of these, but I'm just gonna show these to y'all.
Yeah, RoboCop 3, that checks out.
From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money.
Yeah, that also checks out.
I do love just like the taking movies and then making a sequel to them that has nothing to do with the movie and has no understand. Like
none of the characters are back.
Like it's like Goodfellas 2.
Oh,
it's just like some like well-behaved Boy Scouts.
Or it's just like an Italian guy with nothing to do with the mafia.
Or like Django Unchained 2, chained again.
Oh no.
But he's on a chain gang or something.
I'm partial to the movie titles that just add an S to them.
Cheaper by the Dozen too.
Oh, actually, I will say if you could scroll back down just for a quick second, it's not a good movie, but is the best name of any sequel, which is the sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That's the best. That is the best name for a sequel, just to like, because they presumably kill the villain, and there's like I still know.
Yeah. And I told everyone what you did last summer 3. We haven't forgotten, and everyone's talking about what you did last summer 4.
The whole town's talking about what you did.
My grandma brought up what you did last summer 5.
Yeah, you went to college, but everyone remembers what you did last summer, and it's ruined your reputation.
There's a horror movie called The Last Exorcist Part 2. I've always loved that title because, like, how can you have a last exorcism again?
Yeah, it always annoyed me how like Fast and the Furious just refute. Like, if you're gonna keep making the movies, that's fine, but stop telling me that you're gonna stop making them and then just keep like there was one that was just like the last ride or something. It was like they said like, or it was like the Fate of the Furious, where it was like that's it, that's what's gonna happen, and then next year they're like, nope, Judi Dench is here, we're making more.
Well, I thought they did that with Saw too. Like, it was like the last game, and then just kidding, there's one more.
There's more.
I got bored again.
We ran out of money. Or like the Final Destination did the Final Destination, and they're like, just kidding, there's another one.
We promise this is the last Final Destination.
Switch over, new bus, more Destination.
The bus turns back around. Now we're going back all through the other ones.
We got a new driver, more Destination.
We have a new driver, and it's his first day. He doesn't know where he is.
Did you ever see Final Destination?
Nah, because I feel like that movie makes people scared about just like real life. Like, I haven't even seen Final Destination, and if I'm behind a log truck, like I'm no.
Well, so like the first one, it's this high school class like going on a trip to Europe, and then they're like about to get on the plane, and then one kid has like a premonition of the plane crashing. He's like, I gotta get off the plane, and then he like freaks out, and basically he causes such a scene that it's like a bunch of kids from his class all have to get off the plane, and then it takes off, and then it crashes, and they all die, and then they're like, holy shit. And then it's, you know, it's like they cheated death, so then death has to hunt them all down one by one. Kind of sick. But like, if I were on an airplane and someone next to me were freaking out like that, I'd probably get off the plane.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I would not be that dickhead who's like, I got to get to Phoenix, okay?
Yeah. I have a football game to see.
Yeah. I got to cheat on my wife in Phoenix. I'm not going to, what, am I going to die in an airplane?
Get on the next plane?
Yeah. When has that ever happened? Huh? All the time and they don't talk about it?
I saw a video today of a plane taking off, and I guess there was like another plane right in front of it, like on the tarmac. And like, you know, usually like the air traffic controllers, like, you know, like when that Sully guy was flying and all the birds got in the motors, that the plane's actively going down and the air traffic controllers are still like, just calm, collected, good to land, like, you just totally straight. Where today with this plane taking off, you could hear the air traffic controller go, stop. Like, yeah, like they're saying, I've never heard an air traffic controller just scream stop. It's also like the plane's taking, like, he can't.
Yeah,
who are you telling really to stop?
Yeah,
he's in the air.
Yeah.
Like this yelling stop isn't gonna help.
Yeah, dude, I gotta fly in like a little under 2 weeks with my cat. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
That's gonna suck.
It's gonna suck so much.
That's gonna really suck.
I looked at, because I booked it and I was like, I'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'm such a fucking moron. I always do this. And then I looked at it and I was like, 6.5 hour flight, layover, another hour flight, get there at midnight. And I was like, that won't be a problem at all. And then now I had to take her to the vet today to get her like checked out, because I want to get her like sedatives to like knock her ass out.
Yeah.
And the vets always take this weird tone with me. Like, I think they don't think I'm a great like pet owner, because so I get in there and I'm like, hey, like I need to do a checkup, and then I like to get a sedative for her. And they're like, yeah, we'll just do a checkup. And they're like, hey, like she's lost a lot of weight. We gotta make sure everything's fine. And they're like, do you want the sedative like now, or do you want to wait until you figure out like what's going on with her? And I was like, just give it to me now. And then if something's wrong with her, like I won't give it to her. Cause like if there's something wrong with her kidneys, if I give her this sedative and she's fine, she'll be like asleep for 8 hours. If her kidneys are messed up and I give it to her, she'll be out for like 3.5 days. So they're like, you cannot give this to her if her kidneys are messed up. And then they kept being like, dude, you're not going to give it to her before, right? And then like the doctor comes in, and then the assistant comes back in, and she's like, I talked to him. He's not going to give it to her until we know what's going on. He's like, I'm paying you like not a small amount of money to make sure my little girl's okay. I'm not going to like just squirt the whole tube of goop in her mouth.
Well,
and then
they might think that you just want the drugs.
I don't think I can take it. I thought it was this is so stupid.
That hasn't stopped drug addicts.
That's true,
before.
yeah. But I legitimately thought it was going to be like, here's a bar of Xanax to give to the cat, but it's like a thing of goop, and then they're like, we can either give you liquid or powder, and I was like, what's the powder situation? They're like, well, if she
no wonder they think you're a fucking addict.
But she was like, if she's too small for this like capsule, you're gonna have to break it, you're gonna have to chop it up. And I was like,
oh, I got a credit card for that.
I got 100 in the car, we're fine.
Like, oh, how do I administer this? You have like a rolled up dollar bill for your cat. Yeah. Week.
That'd be fun. Yeah, just be on the plane, get my own row, and then I'm like chopping up lines, and then I'm like asking her if she wants any. And then I'm just conking out.
Like, you want a bump, Bella?
Yeah.
No wonder she's so skinny. She's been riding the rails.
Yeah. Like, stewardess comes over, she's like, sir, we're gonna have to land the plane. You're going to jail. I'm like, give me a ginger ale.
Yeah. Why am I going to just the cat?
Give me an eye mask.
The cat's tweaking.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? My cat's barred the fuck out.
The bags run out.
So we gotta land. Can we land this plane a little bit early? I gotta call my guy. I gotta pick up something.
Can we stop
important
wherever they do ayahuasca? Yeah. Can we stop there?
Excuse me, stewardess. Do you have any dime bags? I need a tiny resealable bag.
Yeah. Have you ever bought like one of the meals on airplanes?
They have like meals?
Sometimes, yeah. You can buy like crackers and cheese for $45.
Oh, okay. All right, you're really stretching meal.
That's what they call it.
You get a Lunchable for $80.
Yeah. You can get like a shitty like wrap that's been soaked in water or something.
When I went to France, they gave us like a full box spaghetti meal. It's actually pretty good.
Spaghetti on the way to France.
Yeah, had a whole. That's a weird airplane meal.
It's
plate
really
of spaghetti.
messy.
Yeah, like God forbid we don't hit any turbulence.
Yeah.
Looking like I ate out Nosferatu.
That's right.
Okay.
We're doing chicken parm. We're doing spaghetti. We're doing soup.
We're doing a hibachi onion volcano on the plane.
Speaking of hibachi, have you been to one recently?
Like last summer, I think.
Okay. The routine they do is getting really like out of hand.
They all do the same one.
They do the same one, and I really want to know if there's like one guy who he's like the world renowned, because it's 4 tricks. They do the same. They do onion volcano.
Yeah.
They do moving eggs around and putting them in the hat.
Put in your hat.
And then all of them will just squirt like an insane amount of sake into your mouth until you're about to choke.
They've been getting weirder with this. I've noticed that. Maybe it's like as I get older, because you're not going to like spray a child in the face with sake or whatever. But like they really like making me open my mouth up for them.
They really they do it. I've had some where they do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Like they come back around there. Did they want
like, you
more?
look like you want more.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
I don't.
What about you? What about me makes you think I want more of this?
Yeah. I also I don't drink sake. You know,
it feels like, and it's warm.
Yeah.
Like it feels like this Latino man is pissing in my mouth.
It feels like you're squirting something you used to cook into my mouth. You know?
Yeah, which is what they're doing.
I went to one. It was in like a college town. And the chef was like sad, which was very funny to see. Just as they're never sad. They're always really happy. They're never like sad chefs. But he was like, I'm bummed out. There's this group of guys at this college who they'd come get hibachi every week with me, and now they're all about to graduate. And everyone was kind of like, wow, that's terrible. And I was like, what fucking idiots are getting hibachi every week from the same guy?
Well, it was like that. You had to have seen this coming. Like, you have to know that this will end.
Yeah, just no concept of how college works.
So no, they're going to be here forever, right?
What do you mean you're not coming back after?
You're leaving?
What do you mean you're going to go be a doctor?
Wasn't this like in Brunswick or something?
Yeah, shout out Brunswick, Maine.
Brunswick, Maine. All the Bowdoin students.
Yeah, shout out Bowdoin College. David Chase went there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He always talks about it in The Sopranos. Yeah, he always, because I don't know, like, I'm sure it's a good school, but it's also like, it seems like one where it's like really expensive. So it just doesn't seem like worth the money.
Yeah.
But he'll add in like little subtle lines. Because I knew that he went there before I started watching it, and you can kind of like notice it. Because there's like one where it's like, Summer's getting ready to go to college, and he's like, she don't know where she wants to go. The guy from Bowdoin was making a lot of good points, though. It's like, oh, really, David?
Subtle.
Was he?
He loves to plug his favorite colleges and just awful bands from the 2000s.
Yeah.
That is like the worst. I know it's been said a million times, but that's like the worst fucking theme song for a show.
Really? You don't like it?
I mean, I like it, how bad it is.
Yeah.
You know, but like, it's a terrible fucking theme song.
I told you about the sketch that I wanted to do for like The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Like,
why don't you pitch it to us? Actually, I haven't heard it yet.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah,
is that natural?
It's him like driving. The whole thing's like, him driving, and I like it to be where it's like a mobster commuting from like Maryland or something. So it's like the same kind of like tone and everything, but it's just him just driving and driving. And it's like he's getting gas, but it's still like badass, and he's like paying tolls. He's getting mad at his Easy Pass.
He's stuck in traffic.
Yeah, it's just so long.
You fuck turn.
Yeah, he's driving 4 hours to do Mafia.
There's no accident. Why is everyone slowing down? That'd be funny if it was him driving up to Bowdoin.
Yeah,
just dealing with insanely horrible Maine drivers.
I mean, dude, could you imagine him doing The Sopranos?
These fucking 2-lane highways. You got to be fucking shitting me. Put another lane in.
Yeah, if he did The Sopranos now with just like, because the Mafia is even stupider and like worse now.
Right. Yeah. They just, all they eat is just, all they do is eat gabagool.
Yeah.
That's the whole show. It's just them eating meats.
Yeah. But it's like all the schemes are just like, yeah, we're looking into this crypto stuff.
Yeah, yeah, my son made it's called diaper coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rug pulling shit ass coin.
Yeah. They're like, we put $10,000 into Ethereum. They're like, okay, then what? Like, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck this stuff is.
Something about a blockchain.
Oh yeah, we're cutting fentanyl with Tylenol. I don't know. We're sprinkling fentanyl on dollar bills to for some reason.
Could you imagine a drug addict so hardcore where he's like, someone put stuff in my fentanyl? I think this fentanyl's weak.
It is crazy. Like, you see all the time, like, if you see a $20 bill on the ground, never pick it up. Someone sprinkled drugs in it.
What?
Have you seen that?
You're saying don't pick up $20 because someone sprinkled drugs.
It's like a guy saying, like, this is a thing that happens all the time. You see this dollar bill? It's folded up. And like with his shoe, he's like moving the dollar bill up and revealing some sort of like powder inside the $20 bill. It's like they think that like cartel guys are just like childish pranksters.
Yeah.
Like poking holes in condoms and stuff, but like putting fentanyl in things. Like, no, stop.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing where they're like, watch out for your Halloween candy. Someone may put an entire needle into it.
Right. Or like a razor blade.
Yeah.
And now everyone's trick-or-treating out of car trunks in a Walmart parking lot.
That's right.
Trunk or treating.
Yeah, they
man.
do that now. That's I don't understand. I thought that was like a COVID thing. Is that a
I'm afraid of razor blades in my Snickers bar thing.
Damn. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm always kind of like, who would do that? But then I remember there was one time there was like a guy was going around a Walmart and like injecting bananas with like HIV infected blood.
So that's the thing. It's like, one story like that.
Now that's a prank.
Yeah. No, did you hear about this kid? He was going around a Walmart in the produce section spraying fruit with like bug killer or something.
That's just farming.
That's
just sustainable agriculture right there.
That's just a classic prank right there.
Yeah.
He went to jail.
Yeah, as he should.
But no, he's one of those like sociopaths, like Zoomers who will just film themselves doing like horribly antisocial things. God. Like, it's just a prank, dude.
I want it to stop.
It should be legal to shoot them, I think. That's my take.
You know what? And some of my takes, they might be a little bit controversial. They might be a little bit out there, but I think if someone annoys me, I should be able to shoot them in the head with a gun.
Look, I'm not a violent person. But if you shove a camcorder in my face, I should be allowed to shoot you.
I should be able to take the brass knuckles I carry with me everywhere I go, just in case anyone inconveniences me, and I should be able to mulch you with them. I should be able to really, really do damage to you because you've upset me.
We do not want to kill you, but killing people is bad.
Yeah.
Legal disclaimer, killing people is bad. Yeah.
The idea of like, I'm going to do something horrible and really antisocial, and then hopefully I'll get views and get likes, was like, where does the money come from this stuff? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like fucking MeUndies wants to put their ads on this psychopath's fucking feed.
Because like, I don't know, like if you look at like the Pauls where it's like, like Logan and Jake Paul, they're going to be like Disney people. They're like actors. They're about to come up, and then whoopsie poopsie, one of them does stupid stuff in Japan and then it's all gone. Like, that makes sense to me. But it's like, what company in the world is going to be like, we found this kid, he's great, he does crimes Walmart.
I don't think this kid's making any money is the thing.
Then what are you doing it for?
It's just attention. It's just clout. A lot of likes, a lot of views.
I don't understand. I don't understand it at all.
I don't get it.
Now
either.
We're old.
Yeah.
Now we're old men.
Right. I mean, we'll put this shit out. I'll be happy if 2 people listen to it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll be happy if one of them messages me and says, I hate you. You know what I mean?
Like, this sucks.
This is the worst thing I've ever listened to.
You giggle too much, you fucking freak.
Whoa.
I do. I will listen to the first one. I'm like, I'm giggling a lot.
Yeah.
I need to watch the giggles.
You're happy.
I'm a happy guy.
You're having a good time.
What can I say? I'm with my friends. I'm having fun. You know?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I be giggling?
Why wouldn't I be giggling?
It'd be weird if I wasn't giggling.
I feel like I had a topic I wanted to.
I wanted to talk about Elon Musk.
Before we get to that, I think maybe this might be a good segue into it. Can I do a little Patty's history corner?
Do a little Patty's history corner.
So I like history. I'm a history guy. I'm a balding white guy. I like history.
You're almost 30.
That's right.
History time.
I'm 27. I'm balding. It's not going well. I like history.
I like how you clarified, like, I'm 27. I'm not almost 30.
Yeah, I had to nip that in the bud.
Slow down on that.
But I don't know, because like you go through school and you learn about history and it's always just like, these are events that happen. But like no one ever talks about just how like everyone through all of time was such a freak idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that because it's just like now. Everyone's psychotic. But anyway, so, General Patton,
Sir
from
General
World War
Patton?
II.
World War II.
Sir General Patton. Yeah.
The Honorable Sir
The
General Patton. I've heard of him.
So yeah, like, you know, famous world war hero, almost was the president, died mysteriously. Let's not get political, but yeah. So everyone just knows him as this great war hero. And I heard a couple weeks ago that allegedly he had like a years-long affair with his niece.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just piping his niece for like years, and not like I'm in town, let's hook up. Like they were like in love with each other. Like after he died, she killed herself. Like
Oh my God.
they're like in love with each other. And like his wife
she's probably deeply traumatized.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
oh my God.
But so yeah, so he's this war hero who also has this like insanely like weird, fucked up, shitty thing that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part is, you know, so they write all these, you know, like mainstream like history books about him, but it's like such a common rumor about him that a lot of them have to acknowledge it, and the way that they try to get by it is by saying it wasn't true, but he told other people in the army that because he thought it made him impressive or like intimidating.
That he fucked his niece?
Yeah, but it's also like he's the guy who like did D-Day, like he like helped win the war, and he's like, but you know what's really gonna sell me is if I tell him I fucked my niece.
Wait, so is this historians speculating that that's why
it's historians trying to be like, we can't go out there and say that Patton fucked his niece. So what we'll say is that this was a rumor, and he like basically being like, he let people think that because he thought it made him more intimidating.
Jesus Christ. It's just like, he has to be a good guy. What can we do to stretch the truth to make him seem like a good guy?
Well, it's funny where it's like it always comes up, but it's like, yeah, I don't think there's a single historical figure that didn't do something either weird or horrible.
Yeah,
like
course.
Everyone's a freak.
And like, just tell us, you don't need to do this weird mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
Like no one thinks that's cool.
But it's like
or scary.
But I don't know, they tried doing that. Remember what they weirdly tried doing that with like Martin Luther King Jr. Like, well, he cheated on his wife. Well, it's like, well, look at the other stuff he did, and maybe one balances out the other.
Like, who cares? You don't even need to lie about it. Like, okay. Yeah, he's a motivated guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to change things.
Yeah, the only other thing I thought was funny about the Patton thing is like he was also very famous for like soldiers would get wounded in combat. And like one thing about Patton is like he wasn't like, his whole thing was just like, no matter what, I'm just going to keep moving. Even if everyone tells me not to and I should change my plan, I'm just going to keep pushing. So like thousands of people just got shot just because he was like, I will not stop. I'm going to keep going. And then he would visit his wounded soldiers in the hospital. So it's like, imagine your dickhead boss like makes you do something stupid and then just shows up after.
Hey, how's it going?
It'd be like if your company like fired you and then you went to like the bread lines and then your boss, they're like, hey, like, how you doing?
You holding up okay?
Wow.
Hey, champ.
You did great work this year.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the intimidation thing has started to make sense, because like, no matter what anyone says, no matter how many people say it's wrong, I'm not listening to anybody. You know, I'll fuck my niece. I don't care. I'll do whatever.
Nothing stops me.
Nothing stops me. Not even my niece.
They said I couldn't take Berlin. They said I couldn't take Japan. They said I couldn't pipe my niece, but I did it.
But I did.
But yeah, apparently like his wife like knew about it, was just like annoyed about it.
Annoyed. Well, I think when, like back in the day when they would charge pedophiles, I think the crime that they would be charged with was annoying a child.
It's true.
It's like, it's really stretching the term annoying.
Yeah.
I think it is a little annoying. But I was going to say with like Elon Musk, kind of in a similar vein of like just historical perception or whatever.
Excellent tie-in.
It's come out, Elon Musk, he's this, titan of industry, 120 hours on the company floor, just work, productive. But then it came out that he's the number one Diablo 4 player in the world. So now all these like Elon Musk fans, they're not thinking, oh, maybe the productivity is a little overstated.
Yeah.
They're like, well, how is he able to work 120-hour weeks,
how does he find
but
the
be
time?
the number 4 Diablo player in the world and be a father of 12 children that don't all totally hate him?
Yeah.
You know what? It must be, and I shit you not, this is the conclusion that they've come to, is he is a time-traveling demigod who has lived through the years 2015 to 2040 on an infinite loop, and he's just mastered life and time to the point where he can make shitty cars that break all the time and have sire 12 children that fucking hate him.
Yeah, he's mastered time travel to do nothing very well. Yeah,
he's a god.
Yeah. Well, also, even just the idea of being he's mastered time, he's traveling through time to play the worst Diablo ever made.
Right. The
Diablo
shittiest
4
one.
fucking sucks. the only thing I could imagine is if the only way he's productive and still the number 1 Diablo 4 player is just everyone else has stopped playing Diablo 4. It's not good.
Right.
Yeah.
But also it's people are that's what's impressive to you.
Yeah.
He does. That's the thing that he does that just makes you think oh my, this guy's not even a human being. He's just sitting in front of a TV. Hey, if you think that's amazing, what's he hear about my my cousin or you know what I mean? A lot of people are sitting in their basements playing video games. It's not a cool thing.
No, I play video games all the time. It's not cool. It's fun, but it's certainly not cool.
It's not an achievement.
Yeah, I got no illusions that it's cool. If I get a text being what are you up to, I'm not gonna be I've been playing Elden Ring for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm doing some writing. I'm gonna maybe go to the gym later.
Yeah, I'm just working on some work stuff.
I'm doing art, honestly. It feels great.
Just kind of contemplating my next moves.
Picking up Taekwondo. I call it TKD, but yeah,
I'm doing some BJJ.
Yeah, because also you I liked Diablo 3. I played all the time. You don't get good at it. You just play it for longer and longer amounts of time. If he's the top player, that just means he's put an insane amount of hours.
Well, yeah, I mean he's a drug addict.
What's he on?
Probably coke, Xan. I mean, dude, no, there was I think there's a Washington. I think there's a Washington Post article that was laying out. I didn't read it, of course. I just saw a headline, but it was he's just he's laying out his drug habits, he's fucking Hunter S. Thompson or some shit.
Yeah,
but oh god,
it's so fun. It was an article about it. I didn't read it, but
I saw the headline.
I saw that it was. Well, I skimmed the headline.
It was about drugs, I think. Could just been Tylenol. I don't know.
It was from a paper.
Oh, this just in. What's going on here?
Ooh, shut up, Chris. The news is on.
It's breaking.
It's breaking.
You broke the news?
Confidently wrong news live.
I dropped it.
The news. It's breaking. It's happening now.
We have a news bulletin, folks. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
It's time for the news. It's time for the news segment of the pod. Our producer Garrett has gathered some news topics for us. That's breaking. It's hot off the presses. And we're gonna talk about it.
I'm excited, but they could be sad.
They could be sad.
I've seen the news recently.
The news, hey, not good.
Yeah.
Dare I say bad. It's 40 degrees in December.
That's right.
That's cool and normal.
They're calling it Nosferatu season.
It is muddy, and I am very cold.
Well, you guys definitely.
Yeah, I think we've had enough of that.
Yeah, I think we've had enough of that. We can always add the sound cues in post and shit. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Right. Delete every single time that you use that voice. So you guys called it. The first one is kind of sad.
Okay.
This story is about a woman. She's heartbroken. Because she, a 67-year-old, lost her life savings to a Keanu Reeves romance scam. So here's the scoop.
Reeves romance scam.
Here's the deal. She was scammed by a person who was claiming to be Keanu Reeves. She figured out it was not Keanu Reeves after she heard his actual voice. She went on Facebook. She was like, hey, just so everyone knows, there's this guy out here. He's pretending to be Keanu Reeves. Don't fall in love with him. And then then that guy went and told another person, another scammer, that he has all this woman's information. And he's like, hey, you have a more Keanu Reeves sounding voice. Why don't you try to be him and get her? And he did.
Wait. So sorry, just to make sure I'm up to speed.
Yep.
She almost got scammed by one guy pretending to be Keanu Reeves. Then that scammer talked to another scammer who sounded more like Keanu Reeves, and then he tried to scam her again as Keanu Reeves and succeeded.
Correct.
I'm sorry you lost your money. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
You thought Keanu Reeves was digitally trying to win your heart?
right. I want to know how bad the voice was that made her.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's
All right.
Keanu. I am Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you get scammed where it's like, oh, this older gentleman wanted to meet me and then took all my money, that's fine. But you thought Keanu Reeves from 4 John Wick movies
Right.
wanted you?
Yeah, she sent him a tip pic. He's like, whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean,
The voices on this episode
Yeah,
are nuts.
That makes me so unbelievably sad. But like, you got to let your grandkids
Well, wait.
keep an eye on
Hold
you.
on. You said this woman was how old?
67.
That's not old enough to be just like completely to just have the wool. Like, that's not like a feeble old creature. That's still
Right.
like
You should be
come
able to
on.
think about it a little
Yeah.
bit. Like, isn't he married?
I don't think so, but
Because that's how an elderly person, they would like, well, it's Keanu, but he's married, so
Yeah.
I'm just not going to engage.
Yeah. did I ever tell you my friend from high school, Paul, he goes about his date with like and ended up being like a scam situation.
Wait, no, we got
Okay,
what?
so sorry, Gary, this will be quick, but so my friend meets up with me a while ago, and he tells me about a date that he went on. So he goes to another town to meet this girl, like about his age, for a date. They meet, they go to a bar, they get a little bit drunk, they're like hanging out. The date's going pretty well, and then she gets a call. She like, I'm sorry, I gotta take this to my aunt. She takes a call, comes back, goes, I'm so sorry to do this. I need to go to my aunt's house right now. Will you come with me?
Mm.
And he's like, sure. They go over, they talk to the aunt, and the aunt is terrified and is about to call the police because she thinks that men are coming to her house to kill her with a gun. And it turns out that someone from like Nigeria was trying to pull one of those like lover scams on her, trying to be like, oh, like, you know, I'm your boyfriend, like I love you, like send me money. And then basically she's like, she gets wise to, she's like, no, like just leave me alone, like this isn't right. And then he tries to threaten her by literally just sending her the Google image result of a gun. And she sees that and is like, he's coming to kill me right now.
Oh, no.
So like that I don't know about more or less. That seems more believable than Keanu Reeves is in love with me, but he
Yeah.
needs money. Yeah, it was literally just like a whiteout, just Google image, a gun.
It was like the you remember the iPhone like gun game?
Yeah.
It's like he just is playing like
Yeah.
sounds from that.
But she was like, look, he has a gun.
I'm outside of your house.
Yeah. He has the abstract concept of a gun.
He's flying from Nigeria
Yeah.
to come get
And it's
me.
like, it wasn't like she thought he was in Wisconsin. This is where it happened. It was
Mhm.
like she knew that he was in Africa, but he was like, he must be flying here right now to kill me.
he's coming on a magic carpet.
I know his main problem was not having money, but surely he's coming over here right now to kill me.
I'm coming to rural Wisconsin.
Yeah. I know he tried to grind me for 32 hours to get $100, but he's coming here.
Oh no.
I don't know. I get it. Like if you're like if they get your hooks in you, it is very hard to be like, wait, what's real? You know?
Well, and they're just preying on lonely fucking people.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, I
it's-
guess
they
if
just
it's
want
like,
someone to talk to them.
yeah. I mean, if you're old, you're kind of like isolated, and you're like, it's $500, but like, what if it is Keanu?
Right. I'm gonna be in the films. I'm gonna be a star.
John Wick 5. This time I get
He's
killed.
gonna take me to the John Wick premiere.
Damn. Apparently they're not going to make another John Wick.
Oh, they're done?
He says he would be down, but his knees don't know if he's ready for it.
Mm.
Yeah, he is old.
Maybe some weird Italian director will make a John Wick 5 and it'll just be about a guy that owns an animal sanctuary or something.
Yeah. Honestly, that wouldn't be bad. That would get me. That'd be nice.
I'd go see it.
Yeah.
Or it'd be like Wan Jeek.
Yeah.
6.
That's
Just flip the names.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other news stories for us, Garrett?
Yeah, I do. Let me get this up. This is a video. This is a movie that's going to be coming out here in 2025, which by the time that this episode's released, it'll be 2025. So dating myself a little bit here. Let me just pull it up. So this movie's called Putin.
Oh
shit. They're making a movie about the big dog.
The big dog.
So we're going to watch this trailer. I'm going to put a link to it in the show notes so that people who have no idea what we're watching right now can watch it themselves. But
so they can see the glory of our leader,
our fearless leader. Damn.
So it looks a lot like him because this is going to be the first movie that uses an AI rendering on like an actor to make it, like they have an actor wearing like a blue suit or something and then render Putin's face onto it.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So it looks kind of fucked up, like inhuman. But
yeah, I mean that explains why it looks so much like him. But I mean I do think it's funny to imagine because like I usually don't like when they make like a biopic about someone who's still alive because you can't. Like I feel like you're like less able to talk about like the bad stuff or like the dark stuff, but it's like that'd be so funny to imagine like a writer's room and it's like I'm just like, what if we write about like marital troubles and then like they get poisoned the next day? You're like, yeah, the head writer got sick.
Ooh, whoopsie.
Yeah.
Well, so actually, I read about this movie. In that movie they depict his death.
Really?
So it's like a biopic, but yeah, he dies.
Is it being made in Russia?
Yeah, Polish guy.
Yeah. That's risky.
Yeah.
They'll come for you.
They're gonna you know what happened to Poland?
He's gonna have a cup of tea that ain't gonna sit right with him.
They're gonna come in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean that I refuse to believe that it's gonna be accurate in any way, if I'm being honest.
I mean, I don't know, like can we even know if it's accurate? Like,
well, we know Putin was in the KGB, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
So I don't think he was like a scrappy cabbie who like worked his way up with the oligarchs. Right. Also, like he just kind of inherited all that system from the guy before him.
Right.
Like, there was like another president before him. I forget his name, but it was like before Putin, there was like another president that was like in there for an obscene amount of time.
Yeah.
And like ran the show and was super corrupt. And then he died. And then Putin just like the next guy.
It'd be curious, like, what the ideological like bent on that is. Like, is that pro-Putin, anti-Putin? Is it just like it can't just be like a cold, like an unbiased depiction because they're depicting his death.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. Well, I mean, it did say the most dangerous man on earth, so I bet it's going to be pretty.
Yeah, but what are they like? Is he a bad boy or a bad boy?
That's true.
The most dangerous man. Ooh, watch out!
Yeah,
he was like making like Playboy bunnies run in the snow or something.
I think it'll all hinge on if we end up getting the scene where he's riding a horse shirtless, then we know it's pro-Putin. If not, then it's anti-Putin. That's a sick picture.
That is a sick picture.
Garrett, are you able to pull up the picture of Putin on a horse real quick?
Can I just, for the mind's eye?
Just so I can.
Can I just like have that so I
just
fall asleep at night?
We'll feast.
Yeah,
we'll feast for the
eyes. Little moose bouge for the boy.
I know my bouge is getting a moose.
Let me tell you.
Damn, look at him
riding anything shirtless is such a cool move.
That's
honestly
sick.
He could drive like a Ford Fiesta shirtless, and I would think that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything shirtless, I'm like, dude, pop it off.
He could drive a freaking Ford Bronco shirtless, and I'd like that.
That'd be very cool.
He could drive a Ford Focus.
He can ride like a short, fat little mule, and I'll think that with a shirt off, and I'll think that's cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, but it would look so much worse if he was wearing a shirt but no pants.
Yeah, true.
He was wearing like a big sleepy shirt,
little pee out. There's no way he is a big dick, right? I don't want to get poisoned by.
Yeah,
by
please don't kill us, Mr. Putin. But I mean, Russians have pretty huge cocks.
Do they?
Yeah. You ever seen Russian cocks?
So cold over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
No, they got meats. I don't know. Listeners, you tell us. Report back.
Yeah.
Do Slavs have huge cocks? The jury's out.
We have some more news.
Perfect.
All right. This is our last news story for today.
Okay.
Another sad one. Okay.
Oh, I'm noticing a trend.
2 Portland men die while searching for Sasquatch. This is in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, I'm about to be out there.
You got to find these guys.
2 fellas die. Do we have pictures of them?
Yeah, let me pull those up. We do not have pictures of them.
Okay. I have an image in my mind, and I'm going to assume I'm exactly correct on what they look like. Dude, how'd they die, though? Like, just exposure, or?
Yeah, exposure.
Well, I mean, you got to be prepared on a Bigfoot hunt.
Exposure to what? The truth?
Yeah. They died of exposure, and they have like 8 gunshots in the back of their head. They're exposed to something.
Yeah. I exposed you.
Yeah.
Just exposed the back of your skull, motherfucker.
Honestly, that would be really funny if the Clintons start killing people, but like blaming it on like Bigfoot hunting and stuff like that.
Or what was the mythical beast we saw, the Snuffleupagus or some shit, just like the crazy. Remember the guys debating about different mythical beasts fighting each other?
Yeah, just like them reporting and be like, yeah, it's just I guess Nessie trapped him in a car and stabbed him in the back 13 times and then drowned the car and then took this briefcase for some. I don't know why Nessie wanted a briefcase.
I don't know. I guess the Mothman hung Jeffrey Epstein. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Mothman like hung and he took my email server, which I was kind of using that.
Yeah, I guess like Man Bear Pig told the press about Monica Lewinsky.
She's really her whole thing is like no more cyberbullying now.
That's so funny. Hey, honestly, with her, that's a cause I'd want to champion.
I mean, apparently she got bullied a lot.
Like, tell me, you're telling me you wouldn't suck Bill Clinton's cock? Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, probably
get the fuck out of here with that.
Day?
Back in the day, are you kidding me? No, now he looks like Nosferatu.
That's true.
Then everyone really wants to suck his cock.
Bill Ferratu.
Bill Ferratu.
All right.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Or I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
You really like the voice, huh?
I didn't.
Okay, wait. So that was the last news. So I think should we talk about Christmas a little bit?
We can do more if you want.
I think either that or you think you want to talk about Christmas?
Well, we end on Christmas.
Okay, yeah. We had a very eventful Christmas.
I like that this is at the end too, because now we'll really see who listens to this. Because I know our family won't. So.
Yeah, so we had to spend Christmas with our extended family, who we do not see very often. Which a lot of it was lovely.
It was great.
Some of it, there's a lot of alcohol going around.
Yeah. How do we tell this story?
I guess so. So here's the setup. We go to Vermont for Christmas, to like our grandma and aunt and uncle's house. We are not able to stay in that house because someone in our group is not welcome there.
Well, so there's too many of us.
Yeah,
to
true.
Be fair.
But I mean,
it would have been a lot. But yeah,
what was sold to me was we have to go rent the house because we're not welcome in this other house. And we get there, and it's just it's an uncle that like we barely know at all, and it's just we're there for 3 days. And he is up every night drinking until like 5 a.m.
Yeah. This is an uncle that everyone's concerned about his health, because he is just slowly killing himself with alcohol.
Yeah. I guess the more I talk about it, I guess it's not as funny as
it's really not.
Yeah.
I mean, well, what was funny, I guess, maybe we should just go through the highlights. He made a AI country song dedicated to our grandmother, and he used a bunch of prompts. and then like the AI wrote the song, but then he would go in and make like edits to it.
Yeah.
So any parts of the song were like hyper specific, passive aggressive digs at our grandma were the ones he went in and like added.
Yeah.
And like taking weird shots at our grandma, bringing up memories that like no one in the family remembers. He's completely on his own remembering this stuff.
The AI would be like, she could always bake a pie, but she couldn't bake a pie for shit. I'm gonna change it to how she always forgot to pick me up from school, or like
she made
like
shitty pies.
Yeah. And then so I think the best part, maybe my favorite part anyway, was so the gift that we got, which was nice. It was nice to get a gift on Christmas from like family you don't see very often.
But we agreed no gifts.
We did agree no gifts.
We did say no gifts.
But what we got was everyone got a bug out bag, like in case of the apocalypse, I guess. But it was like the gift was clearly designed where just he made everyone open the bag, take every item out, and then just explain every item in the bag. And
there's
we could use
80
it for.
items in the bag.
But it's also like there would be explanations for the items that like didn't make any sense. Like it would be like one of them was like a dog harness from like the dollar store. It'd be like this, you could string up a deer on a tree with this, or it'd be like a dog leash also from the dollar store with this. You could tow a truck with this. And then I saw it in his eyes, like, I have towed a truck with this.
Yeah. This guy that we barely know is just lying to us about the utility of all these,
but it's just
all this shit.
It's my favorite type of lie to be like, you could do this, and then immediately be like, I've done this.
I've done it. I've done it. No, I've towed a truck with this 99-cent dog leash.
Be like, I'd love to play a concert at Madison Square Garden. I have played a concert at Madison Square Garden.
He forced us to dump this bag out. And then we had to hear the spiel like 4 or 5 different times.
Every time someone got
literally
one
all he talks about were these bags.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But no, I mean, because I don't know, like it's just we haven't had that a lot where it's like go see your extended family and then maybe people fight. It's like
him and my dad got into a huge fight.
They were duking it out.
They were duking it out. And then oh my God, we were at one point we heard him tell his wife to obey.
Yeah,
he said obey to his wife.
Nuts.
Oh God, yeah. Well, I don't know if the listeners.
Yeah, maybe this will all.
Maybe we can cut it out.
We also already have had one instance of putting something on the internet about it.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll save that.
Yeah,
we'll save that for
let's
another
not.
time.
I'm saying let's not say that.
Well, okay.
No, I'm saying don't.
I'm saying subscribe to the Patreon.
Okay.
You can
wait. Is this the uncle that you got into a Twitter fight with?
Yeah.
Garrett knows the story. It was that uncle.
That's exclusive content right there. We won't
exclusive content right there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's been an episode of Confidently Wrong.
I think so. What do we have?
We're at an hour.
All right. Any other bits you want to get out, or no? You good?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Cool.
Well, why don't we plug what you guys are doing here in the next week or so?
Yeah. Okay. So
shows coming up.
If anyone is in Portland, Maine, you can catch me at Lincoln's on the 9th of January. And then I will be going to Portland, Oregon. So if anyone is listening to this and they're in the Portland or Oregon area and they know any comedy shows, I would like to book someone who can do an okay amount of time in comedy, hit me up.
My phone died, so I can't see my calendar, but I know that I'm on Blue in Portland, Maine on January 16th at 9:30. So get tickets to that, Blue Maine, and come see me do stand-up comedy.
Hell yeah.
This feels crazy plugging shows on an episode that we're putting out. That's really cool. And then I'm on another show at Blue the next week. Oh. So at Blue, 2 Thursdays in a row.
A lot of shows at Blue, Portland, Maine.
Yeah. Blew me.
Nice.
All right. That does it for tonight. I've been your host, Chris Nugeth.
I'm Pat Nugeth.
We got producer Garrett on the ones and twos. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Confidently Wrong is a Barn Boys production. Hosted by Christopher and Patrick Newgath. Produced and edited by Garrett Morris. If you like our content, please follow us on social media and visit our Patreon for exclusive content. Catch new episodes weekly, wherever you get your podcasts.